All right, in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to get into your products that go with your Holt textbook. I'm teaching biology, so everything you see will be related to biology, but it works with all of our new Holt textbooks. So the first thing you have to do is log in. I'm going to log in here. And then it pulls up my book, so I go here to Online Textbook and Resources. And now I'm going to go to the Teacher Premium tab. And I am going to be starting chapter 5, so I'm going to go to chapter 5 and then tell it to go. Now everything in here is going to be just for chapter 5. So the first thing that I'm interested in doing is downloading some presentations. So I'm going to click right here on this plus sign where it says Presentation Tools, and you'll see it has all these options. The interactive whiteboard resources, those are good, but the notes I think are kind of incomplete if you're wanting the students to take notes from them. If you want the students to take notes, I think that the PowerPoints are better, but please feel free to look through and play with all of it because it's interesting to look at. Now, to download it as a editable PowerPoint presentation, you want to click right here, this little down arrow. Download it down here, and I can open it right from here. If that wasn't there, to find it, you go into your files, which are down here, and you look in your downloads. And then you see this first one, it says HSSB 0501T _ power presentation. The 05 is the chapter, the 01 is the section, so I know that that's the one I'm looking for. So that's what I just downloaded. So I'm going to double click to open it. All right, now it loads in protected view, which of course doesn't let you edit it. So you want to go ahead and enable the editing. And I'm going to make this bigger so that you can see it well. I don't like all the little animations that automatically come loaded on it. So I'm going to go over here to the Animations tab. And I'm going to look at the animation pane, because that lets you see all the animations that are on the slide all together. So I'm going to highlight this one, and I'm going to delete it. You could also go over there and click None, but I think it's easier just to delete it. The master title and body, those are the little headers that are on here, and you can't take those off. So it is a little tedious, but I like to go through every one and delete them. Now once you click over here, you can do a Control A, and that'll select all of them. You can delete them all at once. That does take a little bit of the work out of it. Once you get through and get all of your animations deleted, which I don't need to show you every one, you can see how to do that. You want to go over here to File, and you want to Save As, so you can save it as your own presentation. And wherever it is that you like to save your presentations. I've got mine organized into units and then into chapters. So I'm going to go out to my Unit 2, because I'm still in Unit 2, into Chapter 5, and in Presentations. And I'm going to rename it just simply 5.1, because it will let you use periods in your name. So 5.1, Cell Growth and Division. Okay, that part's done. Now, the next thing that you're going to want to do is probably add to or edit the presentation itself. To make sure that you don't get those annoying animations when you go to make a new slide, you want to go over here to View. My mouse will cooperate. And then you want to view the master slide. So right here it said Slide Master. You want to click that. So my animation pane is still open. So I'm going to go all the way up to the top to my very first slide, number 1 here. And this is where it has those automatic transition animations. So I'm going to select all of these, delete them, and then close the master view. Now when I make a new slide, it won't automatically have all those animations on it. So let's say that you wanted to add, I like to add vocabulary and objectives to mine. So I just told it to add a new slide. I'm going to move it up to the beginning, so I like it at the top. And then I'm going to switch the layout though, because I like to have the 2 boxes like this. I don't, for this one here, I use underlining to tell my kids what to write down, so I'm just going to change this to 5.1 cell cycle. And then here I'm going to add vocabulary. And then here I'm going to add the word objectives. And I'll put those in. If you wanted to add slides anywhere, you just simply do the same thing. And you can also choose which slide it puts in by clicking the little down arrow next to new slide, and then you can choose which slides you put in there. Because maybe this presentation doesn't give enough information, or maybe it gives too much. You can choose. And then on slides that are already here, you can actually go through and you can edit those as well. So like I'm going to highlight all this, so I want my kids to write it down, so I'm going to underline it, and then I can go through and change these regular bullet points to say numbers, because I told them I want them to write down that it has 4 steps. So now I'm going to number the steps so they can keep in order which step we're on, just as an example. So you can do this with any presentation. When you're done, you just go ahead and save it, and then you can upload it to your Google Drive or put it on your flash drive, however you bring your presentations to school if you're not working on your school computer. I hope you found this helpful. Good luck, and see you on our next tutorial.